So today we're doing a deep dive into a crypto pre-sale that's, well, it's just blown up. It's called Remittix, and it's already pulled in something like $27 million.
$27 million, yeah. And our whole mission here is to look at the sources and just pick apart the red flags,
Yeah.
the kind of red flags that, often signal an exit scam.
Right. So let's start with the pitch because it sounds really good on the surface.
Mhm.
Remittix launched in December 2024, promising to fix international money transfers.
Exactly. The idea was you could use, 40 different cryptocurrencies,
Hmm.
and they'd convert it to fiat and drop it right into a bank account in over 30 countries.
And the fee for all this was a flat 1%.
A flat 1%, which, that's just unbelievably low.
Okay, so let's just stop there for a second. The first big question the sources bring up is why? Why does this even need to exist?
Right.
We have huge regulated players in this space already. You've got Ripple, Stellar, even massive exchanges like Binance and Coinbase that handle this stuff.
They do.
Hmm.
So what is Remittix bringing to the table that's new? And the answer seems to be not much besides some slick marketing copy.
So when you actually dig into the substance, what do you find?
Well, the white paper is the first place to look,
Yeah.
and the sources were not kind. They basically called it college student copy.
What does that even mean?
It's like 20 pages of really generic stuff about how cross-border payments are a problem, but with zero technical details, nothing on how they'll actually do it.
And no detail on that 1% fee, I'm guessing. How could they possibly make that work? You've got gas fees, conversion fees, bank transfer costs.
The math just doesn't add up. It's impossible. Unless they're hiding something, or more likely they're just lying.
Yeah.
And if they're cutting corners on the economics, you can bet they're cutting them on compliance too.
And that seems to be where this really goes off the rails. The sources found a complete regulatory vacuum.
A total vacuum. They say they're doing international bank deposits, but there's no mention of banking partners, no company registration, no address, nothing.
And definitely no licenses, right? For this kind of thing in the U.S., you'd need a money transmitter license in almost every state.
Oh, absolutely. And you'd need to be registered with FinCEN, for anti-money laundering. Which brings us to probably the biggest red flag of all.
The team.
The team is completely anonymous.
No names, no LinkedIn profiles, nothing.
Just an email address. For a project that's supposedly handling international banking and needs to do KYC on its customers, it makes no sense.
But couldn't someone argue they're just trying to be disruptive, Move fast, break things, ignore the old rules.
They could argue that, but what they're doing isn't disruptive. It's just illegal, according to the sources. This isn't innovation. It feels like they're building an exit ramp.
And that brings us to the tokenomics.
Okay, so let's talk about the money. Because even if you ignore everything else, the financial structure is alarming.
It's built to fail. Or, well, built to let certain people get rich. Get this. 50% of the entire token supply goes to the pre-sale buyers.
50%. And it unlocks when? Immediately.
Yeah.
At launch. There's zero vesting period.
So everyone who bought in early can just dump their tokens on the market on day one. That guarantees a price crash.
A catastrophic one. Creates a massive liquidity risk. But here's the truly damning part. An audit from BlockSafu found something hidden in the smart contract.
What'd they find?
A whitelist function.
And for our listeners, explain what that means. Why is that so bad?
It's essentially a backdoor. The team can use this function to decide who is allowed to sell, so they can whitelist their own wallets.
Let themselves sell and cash out the $27 million.
Exactly. And at the same time, they can block everyone else who bought in the pre-sale from selling. Your tokens would be trapped, completely worthless.
It's a classic pump and dump setup.
The definition of one. So when you put it all together, the anonymous team, no licenses, the terrible white paper, the instant unlock, and this whitelist function, it's a clear pattern.
And a pattern we've seen before in other exit scams.
The exact same pattern, yeah. Even down to the website design and marketing language. Real payment companies spend years and millions on licensing. Anonymous teams promising to do it in a few months are selling a fantasy.
So the big takeaway here for anyone listening is learning to spot these red flags for yourself before your investment just vanishes.
It's crucial. Which leaves me with one final thought for you to chew on. If a company says they're going to revolutionize a really complex, heavily regulated industry like finance, but they seem to be skipping all the hard regulatory steps, what hidden mechanism are they actually relying on for their success?